In times of difficulties, good friend better than pocket money. India exemplifies that old Jamaican idiom as they swoop in to bring much needed relief for this hurricane-ravaged country. Hi, I'm your host Melvin Pennant, and here with me at the Norman Manley International Airport is my reporter Raquel Robinson to bring you coverage of today's event. Stay with us. This is PBCJ's Agenda Jamaica.
Hurricane Melissa, Jamaica's only Category 5 hurricane on record, has created a rift in the fabric of Jamaican society, leaving many people homeless and hopeless.
Just in terms of our equipment and, saving lives, offering our services, right now I'm not sure how we'll recover from this.
Nothing is left. Nothing is left. These business people feel it.
Not even the foundation that did it. The furniture has been ripped up. Everything mashed up.
This hurricane has tested our nation in ways that we could not have imagined. Being on the ground, walking with the team, you get to truly understand that we have communities completely cut off. We have houses that have been swallowed up. We have lives that have been uprooted in several parishes. And we've seen and we feel the heartbreak of the families and the people that are trapped, those that are hungry, those that are uncertain. But I want them to be assured that we are working assiduously with all of our partners to provide relief as quickly as possible.
And when you see what we are trying to do, despite the fact that we are having challenges, obviously, because nobody can prepare properly for a Category 5 hurricane at winds of in excess of 185 miles an hour in some areas. I want to say that we are committed, recommitted to continue to improve on the systems that we are taking good advice from our international charities in terms of how we can streamline and make it more seamless for not only the receipt but the distribution of hurricane relief items.
The Jamaican government has provided continual on-the-ground support, and India is further bolstering that initiative by coming in for the plight of the destitute.
The supplies are received with open arms to relieve many from the horrors of Hurricane Melissa.
So today, I'm here on behalf of the government and people of Jamaica, expressing to the government and people of the Republic of India our sincere and deep gratitude for this shipment which has been presented today. Humanitarian aid is being delivered in one Indian Air Force military plane to both ourselves and to the persons who have been affected in Cuba. Jamaica is the first stop. We're grateful for the heavy-duty generators, which will help to serve in areas where the electricity grid is completely destroyed. We will have a high-tech, new technology, Bisham Cube, which is a new medical mechanism to deliver trauma care in areas of devastation. And there is a whole medical team here to train the Jamaican medical team to be able to deliver care in the areas that are hardest hit and that need medical services to be deployed. It's modular, so it can be deployed in smaller communities which are more difficult to get to, and even where the helicopters cannot land.
On behalf of the people and the Government of India, I, High Commissioner Mayank, I'm very delighted to hand over the humanitarian aid and disaster relief material which has been flown from India all across the half other side of the continent, across the Atlantic overnight, and has brought in around 20 tons of relief material here. I commend the Indian government team as well as the flight crew team to quickly act and in the wake of aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, bring this relief material here so quickly. I'm also able to say that this material contains not only bedding, tents, hygiene kits, ECG medical equipment, as well as water purification tablets, other relief materials, food products, generators, and solar lanterns, all relief material which is quickly needed in the disaster area which has affected hundreds and thousands of people in the western part of Jamaica.
Perils of a Slow-Moving Storm, PBCJ's documentary recounting the timeline of the hurricane and the island's post-catastrophic state, exemplifies the need for nation support.
The storms we've endured in October are a stark reminder of the island's vulnerability during this period. In 2025, Hurricane Melissa added another chapter to this ongoing story, a sluggish yet powerful storm that tested our resilience once again. Jamaica's history is punctuated by slow-moving hurricanes, storms that linger over our shores longer than anticipated, causing prolonged rainfall, flooding, and destruction.
What we have facing us is a major Category 5 hurricane that is over the waters of the Caribbean Sea and moving closer and closer to the mainland of Jamaica.
Hurricane Melissa left a trail of devastation. Entire communities were inundated, homes flooded, hospitals damaged, farms flattened, roads impassable. The parishes of Westmoreland, St. Elizabeth, St. James, Trelawney, and St. Anne bore the brunt of the storm's fury.
The government has extended their appreciation to countries who have shown support in our time of need. In a special press briefing, Minister of Information Dana Morris Dixon highlighted Venezuela, who has come to the aid of our island.
We thank the people of Venezuela for the supplies that were sent to Jamaica. It was a significant amount of supplies that we received, and we thank them very deeply. And it does show us that everywhere, every single part of this world, there are people who are thinking of Jamaica and willing to send us supplies, and so we're very thankful to them for that.
Other countries, corporations, and community-centered organizations have also answered the call to action. Two faith-based institutions, Fellowship Tabernacle and Trumpet Call Ministries, have partnered to lend a helping hand to some of the affected parishes.
I just want to begin by thanking God. It could be worse. It is bad. It is catastrophic. But I believe we still have been spared the worst. I want to thank you, Mary. I want to thank you, Al. Operation Blessing, for the immediate response. I see that the sanctuary has been damaged, but you know, the temple is within.
Yes.
And so this setback is what it is. But God sends us destiny helpers.
Yes,
And I believe
He
that
does.
this is what this team is. But the need for food and drinking water is huge. And I think this
It
is
is
where
huge, yeah.
Operation Blessing and this team of amazing volunteers have come in. And I know that this is God's work.
Amen.
My constituents can be assured that I am here for them. I will be with them. And I'm just so grateful for everyone else who is coming to their assistance. We have so many other communities in need. It will take some time to reach everyone. The frustration will set in. But I'm just asking you to hold it together because help is on the way.
Amen.
Let us remember, it is in times like these that Jamaica's true character shines through. Reach out to your neighbor, check on the elderly, check on persons with disabilities, and anyone who may need help. That is who we are, a people who live by the principle, each one help one.
The government of Jamaica places a very high priority in ensuring that we are accountable not only to the people of Jamaica, but to our partners who, through their own efforts, through their own taxpayer resources, have provided us with supplies and humanitarian aid. In the same way that there were no issues about anything going awry during COVID, nor anything during burial, we will use our robust systems of accountability and accounting within the government to ensure that the best systems are in place to map delivery, inventory, and allocation. And I want to say that one step that has also been taken as of yesterday is that the Prime Minister has moved the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management within the Office of the Prime Minister and has assigned Commander Gale, a well-experienced professional from the military, to be seconded to head the Office of Disaster Preparedness and to manage all of the logistics planning that is necessary to ensure full transparency and accountability with the resources that we receive.
Seeing that the scale of disaster was huge, the Indian government immediately decided to send the aircrafts with the relief supply, with a special medical trauma unit, which is a mobile trauma unit. We call it Arogya Matri Medical Trauma Unit, and it is called as Bhisham Cube as an acronym, Bhisham Cube.
At this consignment reception, co-conducted by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and the High Commission of India to Jamaica, we see the reflection of solidarity and the friendship between two nations.
The strong goodwill among the people of India and Jamaica, the great friendship, the historical connection between India and Jamaica, India being the first and foremost responder in humanitarian aid relief and disaster relief all across continent. It has, I'm very happy that we have been able to come so far quickly. We also will be working with the government of Jamaica to identify more essential lists and see how we can continue to help the people who have been affected in Jamaica.
The support provided by the Indian government today is invaluable in light of Hurricane Melissa.
This shipment is a demonstration of the friendship between India and Jamaica. It is a demonstration of the fraternity and the true belief in South-South cooperation in action. You'll remember that India was the very first country to send vaccines in COVID to a number of countries under their vaccine matrix program, vaccine friendship. And we take this sign, this is not a global disaster, but Jamaica and Cuba were severely impacted, and this shipment will support Jamaica and Cuba. And then we've already started discussions about what further is needed. They're providing solar lanterns so that we can use our natural resources where there is no electricity. They're providing generators. They're providing supplies of hygiene kits, of tentage, things that are needed on the ground, as well as a very new medical technology on which our personnel will be trained, which helps to deliver medical care in the most severe and inaccessible disaster-hit areas. So this is maybe one of the strongest demonstrations of friendship that could be possible given the timing of this shipment and its transatlantic nature.
So considering that the relief needed to be immediate, the focus was mainly on essential items, shelter items, food items, and medical items.
At times like these, we know our friends by their actions, and the actions of the government and people of India have been entirely heartwarming as you continue to carry through the friendship, the solidarity, and indeed the belief in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, one world, one family. We thank you. Namaste, namaskar. Thank you.
In times like these, community plays a role in not just rebuilding homes, but hope. Reporting for Agenda Jamaica, I'm Raquel Robinson.
Thanks, Raquel. And thanks to the Indian government who has brought a sense of relief along with valuable products to the Jamaican people in need of Hurricane Melissa relief. We thank you very much. On behalf of my hard-working production team here at the Norman Manley International Airport, this has been another PBCJ's Agenda Jamaica. I have been your host, Melvin Pennant. Thank you for watching.